women can't have it all. They should not have to choose. Introducing Dr. Asha Mohammed, the new Secretary General of the Kenya Red Cross. She took over the position from Abbas Gillette. Dr. Mohammed grew up in Kibra and knew right from a young age that her story will be different. Find out how she is mentoring young girls to take up leadership positions in the country on the captains of industry. We also discuss why being a boss can get lonely.
So let's go way back to when you were a little girl.
Yes.
Did you ever think that you would one day become a doctor?
Not necessarily. For me, I think the whole issue was triggered by a book I read while in school, Trufena, the city nurse. And I just admired the way she was helping the community. Because as much as she was working in the hospital, but she had this passion about supporting people, and for me that resonated very well, and I felt like, yeah, this is something I would like to do. I would really like to help my community. I would like to take care of people who are not feeling well, and that was really the genesis. I ended up actually doing dentistry, and that was my first degree. Again, triggered by the fact that when I went to the dental clinic for my own treatment, then I looked and I said, okay, of all the health professionals, this looks like the kind of thing I would like to do. And then later on, moved on to do public health. Yeah.
And now fast forward to public health.
Yes.
Is it everything that you imagined it would be?
It is, and more, because it's a very satisfying field to be in. It has its challenges. Every other day you get new things that you have to look at. But at the end of the day, even when you're tired, you really look back and you really feel gratified that you've been able to serve people and you've contributed to their well-being. Yeah.
When you look at, when you were younger, let's say about 10 years old, and now, has the girl child come a long way? Are we making strides?
I must say a lot. Because during my time, I grew up also in a community which believed that the girl's place was in her husband's home, that she should be doing cooking and looking after children. And it was a struggle to actually go through schooling and even having those kind of ambitions. It wasn't easy, but today, I mean, I have daughters, 2 daughters, and I see the way, the opportunities they have. And they're really, great. There's a lot that, a girl child can do in today's world. Yeah.
What would you say to your 10-year-old self who's thinking, oh my gosh, I'm facing all these difficulties. They want me to get married. What would you say to your 10-year-old self?
I would say that you don't have to choose. You can do all of it. You can get married. You can be a wife. You can be a mother. But you can also be a career woman.
Sure.
Yes.
Is it lonely at the top?
A few days in the job, I can begin to feel it. It is lonely because we probably don't have also too many places where leaders can meet and interact. And a lot of times you're left on your own and you're caught in between how do you engage with your colleagues within the same organization. At the same time, you want to have, you can call it a safe sounding board, somebody who is totally out of your day-to-day sphere that you can bounce off ideas with, that you can be able to share your fears openly without having any repercussions in that sense. Because of course, when the rest of the team looks up to you, there are certain things you cannot also just talk about because you also need to keep them motivated. So where do you also go as a leader to get that motivation and assurance that, yes, you're on the right track?
What qualities will the 2020 woman in leadership have?
Someone who is committed, because without commitment to the cause, then it is difficult. So that for me is very key. The other issue is that you have to persevere. because there are many challenges that come with leadership, but you should be able to focus on what is your ultimate goal. And so any other issues that come along the way, you see them only as a step towards that goal. And then thirdly is that you cannot do it alone. And so women leaders who bring others along, women leaders who include others and work with others, in my view, are the ones that will be successful.